Hey y'all, it's me, Corey. Check out this market recognition stock analysis on the global brand McCormick & Company. Over the course of the brief, I'll present some information, statistical analysis on the following contents. McCormick is a global leader in flavor with $5.3 billion in total sales across multiple generations, regions, and businesses. Their portfolio of recognized brands, many of them number one in their categories, spans approximately 150 countries and territories. By using key data associated with McCormick & Company's historical stock information, this analysis will highlight patterns and important insights to aid in the discovery of the following objectives. Correlation analysis is used to study the relationship between two variables. If calculated correctly, future predictions can be made on the probabilities of events occurring between them. In this case, data associated with the stock's closing price and its volume were measured to identify how strong their relationship was. As a result of performing regression analysis in Power BI using the scatter chart, there seems to be a negative correlation between the two variables. This shows that high stock volumes were indicators of low closing stock prices. In addition, the scatter plot shows that low volume is often linked to high closing prices. The calculation falls between -1 and 0, which indicates no relation or negative correlation. If the number was between 0 and 1, then it would indicate a positive correlation. If R squared was calculated, it would show the total percent of points that are close to the line. Due to limited access to some statistical R programming, I was not able to provide this analysis. Let's look at the whale tracks. According to Stimit, when a whale enters a position, the price tends to follow a similar pattern. Demand for the stock will rise rapidly as positions are being bought. Price will skyrocket and other investors will notice, jumping on board. After a few minutes or hours, the amount of new investors will slow down, creating a plateau or hump in the price. Investors lose confidence and begin to pull their position out of fear that a crash in the price is coming, ultimately causing said crash themselves. Here, the graph displays a unique relationship between the opening and closing price as it relates to the stock volume. As you can see, back in March, the stock both opened and closed at its lowest price yet highest volume. According to Atkins, a volume spike is a sudden large increase in volume. Spikes show that a lot of traders are shifting their money into or out of a stock, making it likely that the existing trend is about to reverse direction. Luckily for McCormick, this is indeed the case. As the analysis outlines, McCormick continued to gain stock value over the following 9 months while significantly lowering stock volume. Although this could be a sign of whale tracks, there was no official publicly available data to support that hypothesis. Conclusion: low stock prices associated with high volume and high stock prices were associated with low volume. According to eTrader, support represents a low level a stock prices reaches over time, while resistance represents a high level a stock prices reaches over time. Support materializes when a stock price drops to a level that prompts traders to buy. This reactionary buying causes a stock price to stop dropping and start rising. As you can see here, using the Bollinger Bands charts, some indicators of resistance and support are outlined on the slide. When the closing bands are close to the upper bands, that shows the resistance when the prices are high, and then the support bands shows when the prices are low. According to Fidelity, Bollinger Bands are envelopes plotted at a standard deviation level above or below a simple moving average of the price. Because the distance of the bands is based on standard deviation, they adjust to volatility swings in the underlying price. Bollinger Bands use two parameters, a period of time and standard deviations. In this case, according to Dr. Reading, when close is close to the upper band, it's an indication to sell. When close is close to the lower band, it's an indication to buy. And if things become volatile, hold in order to observe activity for a while until things settle down. My analysis, in addition to additional stock market analyst feedback, on the New York Stock Exchange, MSN, and NASDAQ websites, analysts indicate that they would prefer to hold given the volatility and the potential shifts in the stock market prices here. Looking ahead, let's look at whether the stock is predicted to go up or down. After a quick forecast analysis where I aggregated the past month's worth of closing prices, then divided the total number of days, in this case, $187.63 is predicted to be the August 2020's average closing stock price. This is a 6% decrease from the previous month's stock closing value. Looking ahead for the year, there's a forecast for July 2021 closing cost to be $163.49. This is a 15% decrease from the previous year. All in all, McCormick is in a great position as a market leader, and using statistical method can help you gain insights and clarity on your data and your financial information. Thanks.